Yo, yo, what is good, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, Persona, Gaming with Persona, host of When Persona Speaks podcast, episode, what is this, 31? Uh, definitely a bit of not impromptu. I've been wanting to do a podcast for a while now, talking about different things. For those that do watch the channel and, I don't podcast as much as I used to. Um, multiple reasons, real life things, and sometimes you want to come home and play some games. It's nothing wrong with that. Come home and playing some games. But definitely, it's been a lot of news coming out lately that I definitely like. You know what? I gotta put my thoughts out there because it's a lot of things that I definitely want to talk about. Shout out to Andre Cyber in the building. Evening. What's up? What's up, guys? How y'all doing? So, yeah, before we even get into anything, I definitely want to introduce, a special guest, longtime supporter, definitely somebody that's been supporting not just myself, but Bari, the Council podcast, Mog podcast, when we were doing that. Long time supporter, so it's definitely good to finally get him on the show. Can't wait to hear his thoughts. Cyber, introduce yourself to the people. Shout out your channel, your Twitter, whatever, and let us know the games you've been playing throughout the week, sir.
Hello, Cyber Dragon here. Whew, this is the first time me and Persona actually converse, and it feels good.
Definitely.
Currently, I've been playing and streaming Days Gone. Um, that's a fantastic game for what I've been playing so far. The story, I already see several plot twists that's coming, and it's going to be a thrill to finish that game.
What game is
And
that? You
then
said
start
Days
there.
Gone.
Yes, Days Gone. I've
Oh
been
yeah,
streaming
yeah,
that
yeah. That's
at
that's quality.
2029.
Yeah, that's quality right there, man. That's a good game.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people are sleeping on it. I'm not. So, and my YouTube channel, just Cyber Dragon, same name. I stream, major titles and a lot of small titles that people might not play or even try. For example,
Mm,
yeah, I'm glad to be here. Let's get it popping.
definitely, man. And for me, what I've been, yeah, I really been. If you follow me on Twitter, you know I've been posting up a lot of uh, Destiny 2 Shadowkeep stuff, pics of like my different characters, different. I beat the raid for the first time last week. Now I got 6 completions. Like I've been playing Destiny 2, the new expansion. I've been playing that for like since it released, like hardcore. That's all I've been playing. But there's a couple games that have released that I definitely am going to be devoting some time to, like Concrete Genie. I pre-ordered that. I've had that since launch, and I just haven't started it yet. So that, and then next week is Medieval. So I'm definitely going to be on those two games pretty heavy. Call of Duty, if you follow me on Twitter, you know COD ain't getting no love this year. We're not buying no Call of Duty. Nah, that's not happening. But anyway, let's get into the show. Yo, Players United, what's going on, man? Uh, but yeah, let's get into the show. So, PlayStation 5 has been the talk of the town for like months now. Like I remember back in April they released some information talking about like the specs a little bit, what the idea was when it came to the PS5. And now, was it I think it was last week or maybe the week before. It's probably been like about 2 weeks now, but I think it was last week. They were talking about Wired did like an entire expose about the specs, the controller, all these different things. Also, we got a release date, PS5 holiday 2020. So Cyber, I gotta ask you an important question, and this is probably the most important question. Are
Mm-hmm.
you getting the PS5 day one? Is it a day one for you, sir?
For me, it's not a day one. It's
Okay.
a year 2 or 3.
All
Because
right.
I'm looking forward to the Horizon Zero Dawn 2 PS5 bundle. So, limited edition bundle console.
Okay.
That's what I want.
Okay. A year, 2 or 3. You're definitely gonna be getting
Yeah,
like a
because,
hundred $100 off on that.
oh no, I don't see Horizon Zero Dawn 2 being a launch title. Speaking of it, but I see it launch in 2021 in February, like it launched back in 2017. Was it
Yeah.
26?
Yeah.
February 20.
Well,
So,
we know they're working on that, and I think they are working on another like some type of secret multiplayer project or something like that, which is
hmm
speculated that they're making that it's going to be Killzone, a new Killzone, so to speak. So you waiting on so your big game for PS5 is Horizon Zero Dawn 2. That's what you're waiting on.
yes.
Okay.
And
How
it'll
you
be my first limited edition console. I never owned one before.
okay? Oh, you never
So,
owned the limited edition? You got just the
uh,
regular. Do you have the
yeah,
Pro
not
or
Spider-Man, the God of War, none of those.
so you just got a
And the latest
regular?
Death Stranding one, and so
Yeah.
it'll be my first one.
So you have a just a regular PS4 Pro?
Ah, PS4 Pro,
Okay,
regular.
okay. So how you feel about like the PS5 holiday, the 2020 release? Are you surprised? Like, do you think it's gonna be a specific date in November and December? What's your thoughts on the release date?
Well, a lot of people are trying to predict this year holiday season. I didn't see that happening
Me neither.
because normally when you're going to release a console of that magnitude, you want to preview some games that's coming with the console.
Facts.
You haven't seen anything that's coming for the PS5. You know what's coming as far as sequels, but no glimpses or images of games that's going to be played on that system. So that's why 2020, either March or the fall, was an opportune time to release that console. Either you catch the tax returns in March, or you catch the Christmas rush in November.
I was gonna say,
So,
yo, that's yo, that's a fact when it comes to the tax returns. Developers and game makers, they definitely know tax time is definitely ideal time to release some expensive shit because people definitely
yep.
go buy. Tax time for sure. That's definitely a fact. And holiday time, you can capitalize off the holiday shopping and stuff like that. So that's definitely um, a good thing. Do you think it's too soon for a PS5? Because like
No.
the PS4 released 2013, the Pro released in 2016, and this is released in 2020. So essentially, this is released in 4 years after the release of the Pro. You think it's
Yes.
in 7 years after the original PS4's launch? So like, do you think it's
Yeah,
too soon?
I think it is. Because the way that Sony's winding down the PS4 generation, with big hitters still dropping until they transfer over all that power and stuff to the PS5. So it's an opportune time to drop it. And it's actually before Xbox drops theirs, they're going to try and target the same time frame with that Scarlet.
Oh
But
yeah, we know that's coming out
seeing is
next year.
believing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what's up. That's
So
what's up. Uh,
it's going to be a head battle come next November to see what's up.
uh, I want to be that guy. I mean, I'll say this. Okay, looking at the track record right now, I'm speaking only of right now. Looking at the track record right now of PS4 and Xbox, um, I'm definitely a little worried about Xbox more than PS4 going into next gen, just because you know the game releases between the two have definitely it's definitely a huge difference. In terms of the power, I don't think the power thing is definitely the power argument is definitely not there. Like they're both going to be powerful and they both are going to bring their own uh, qualities and features and stuff like that. But I definitely feel like when it comes to the games, that's definitely what will set the two apart. In terms of the PS5 though, like we do have a little bit more information than we do the Scarlet right now, so kind of it's kind of a wait and see approach. But I feel like with
True.
like the PS5, especially from like the Wired article and what I've read, in terms of the PS5, it's definitely gonna be. You can definitely see that PlayStation is moving in the direction where they're trying to definitely bring more make the immersion aspect of playing games a lot better with like the haptic and the what's it the haptic control what is it haptic rumble
Haptic.
yeah the haptic feedback and the rumble triggers that they're doing where it's making
Yeah.
you feel like you actually shooting different guns or shooting different using different weapons and moving. I like that because like when it comes to games that I play, uh one of the factors that I really factor into like a good game is the immersion. Like, can you really pull me into this game? Like, make me
Mm-hmm.
feel like I'm there. And a lot of games has done that for me this generation. And I'm just happy to see that like PlayStation is trying to continue that and build upon that with like the controls and stuff like that. Um, so it's
But
gonna
another
have.
aspect that's kind of a slight negative toward Xbox Scarlet. Xbox One X, fool me once. So will Scarlet be fool me twice? Because they got fooled once with the X. You know,
Yeah,
for real.
I mean, yeah,
I'm calling like see.
nah. I mean, listen, man, you gotta be honest. You gotta be honest with yourself. Like
Yeah,
as a consumer looking at the track record,
yeah.
you really do have to kind of take that into consideration. Just because it's like, you know, if a restaurant that you went to gave you bad service once, sure, you'll come back. Like, all right, maybe it got better. But then if it gives you bad service again and again, all right, I'm not going
Last
here
week.
anymore. Like, like I gotta stay away from here because this isn't giving me what I want. And then, again, next gen isn't here. We're still a year away from next gen. But again, if we're going off of this gen, it's gonna be messy. Um, so yeah, I mean, PlayStation Holiday 2020. I'm not surprised. It's a day one buy for me. It's definitely something that I'm getting picked up. I'm picking up day one. I'm picking up two actually. Like I'm ready. I'm definitely ready
Okay.
for next gen. But I'm still, and that's the funny thing. Like even though I'm ready for next gen, I'm still content with this gen. Like you know what I mean? Like I want next gen to get here, but if they were to say, oh, we're gonna wait another two, like instead of 2020, 2021, I wouldn't be mad at
Hmm.
that because there's
Me
still
neither.
plenty of games that I still need to play, like my
Yeah, I
backlog.
got a huge backlog,
Yeah,
man.
and then next year alone, like next year is gonna be so crazy for gaming. Not even just PlayStation exclusives, just gaming. Period. Like all the great games, Cyberpunk, Final Fantasy VII, Last of Us 2, which is a
Uh,
megaton. Ghost of
Ghost of Tsushima.
Tsushima,
Yep.
like all these great games coming out at next year. It's like, and then we transition into the PS5. It's like, yo, it's about to be gamer overload.
Yes, it will.
Envy,
Yes,
what's
it
up, man?
will.
PS5 will definitely be the console of my choice next gen, but I'm not really in no rush to buy a new console just yet. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, man. Like I'm okay. Like if they delayed it, I'm okay with that. I really am.
I would be too. I would be myself.
So let me ask you, what features, like, and even if it's features that haven't been like announced yet, just give me, your personal, what features are you looking at for next gen? Like, what are some of the top features that you would like to see, or if they're already announced that you want them to kind of expand upon from this gen?
I know they're keeping the speaker. I like the speaker in this thing.
Speaking
I
on the
mean,
controller.
yeah, on the controller.
Okay, okay.
For example, as far as the PS5 controller it will keep the same speaker in place. Because there are games I was playing, and I didn't. My controller started talking to me, right? I'm
Yeah, yeah,
looking
yeah. It's a
down.
couple games that do that. Where like it, yeah, 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 yeah.
Like,
I know what you
so
mean.
that's a good immersion. It pulls you in as well.
Yeah.
But as far as SSD and the speed, no, that's a plus. Faster load screens.
Hmm.
Because I did the load screen for Bloodborne, Horizon Zero Dawn, Days Gone,
Yo,
Spider Man. Those load
Bloodborne
screens
was Bloodborne load screens were they
are.
were
That's the enemy
they were
whipping it.
bad. They were definitely when
uh,
Bloodborne first came out, you did not want to die, bro, because you were waiting at that screen for like 3 minutes. Like you were waiting there for a while. It was bad.
as far as how the console might look, I have no clue. I know that mock-up we seen looks like a giant set of binoculars, but it
Oh, the
that
mock-up.
doesn't.
You talk about that that little pie in that got in. Hold on, let me
Oh, mouth guard.
yeah, let me see. Where is it? Let me see. I'm about to pull up a picture of that because that thing look. Ooh, Lord have mercy.
Because one side looks like the gun piece on the plasma cutter from Dead Space. If you look at it in that perspective.
Yeah, it looks. It's funny, man, because because they confirmed like this is the dev kit, like this is confirmed or whatever. So it's not really going to be the final product. But then again, like I'm looking at it and I'm like, the more you look at it, like, I don't know, at least for me, I'm speaking for myself. The more I look at
Mm-hmm.
it, the more I accept it. Like, yo, if this was the console, I'm all right with it. Like, whatever. Because, like, I would sit it up. I wouldn't sit this on its side. It obviously would sit flat. But,
Oh, that thing might float, man. Who knows?
yo, yo, it might. But, like, I don't know, like, you know, because, like, you can use the little space in the front to kind of put a controller there. You know,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
Well,
I
you
wouldn't
put your
know.
quarter there because you're next. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, that is true. I mean, I wouldn't really be too mad. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that don't like this. I don't think PlayStation will release this as like the final product.
No.
I don't think
But as
so
long
at
as the
all.
console deliver what they got planned, aesthetics doesn't matter to me as far as the console how it looks.
Yeah,
You know,
I won't say aesthetics
in
don't
most
matter
cases,
completely. Aesthetics matter to a
yeah.
degree. Cause again, at first when I looked at this, I was like, yo, this looks ass. Like this is. Then it's like the more you look at something, you kind of start really looking at it. And you're like, yeah, I like that little thing on the side there. I like the little space don't look too bad. I mean, it's good because
True.
like at least like it's gonna have some really good ventilation because
Hmm.
like the
And you
space
look
in
at the
between.
yeah, look at the past four consoles they released, how they looked
Hmm.
when they first released,
Hmm.
and then how they look when they got slimmed.
Oh yeah, the slim
You know,
versions. Listen, remember
yeah.
the
So
PS?
they
Remember the
haven't
PS2?
dropped the ball yet on the console shape.
Yeah, yeah,
So
I agree.
we'll
And then even with the like, remember the PS2 and how the PS2 looked when it first came out? And then when they came
yes,
out with the slim, that little
yeah.
thing, man, yo, I used to carry that thing in my bag all the time. Uh, again, I don't think this is final product, but I wouldn't be too mad, And I agree with what you're saying though. Like if they do release something that's gonna perform like at a high quality, what it looks like necessarily doesn't matter, but you do want it to look. Listen. You want it to look sexy, all right? You want the thing to
Yeah.
look good sitting on your entertainment center. You feel me? You don't want to have
Yeah.
they go for the
This
PS4
console look
looking.
ugly, but it plays some hella games though.
Yeah, yeah. Yo, that is true. That is true. What's some other features you want to see in the PS5?
um, um, let's see. Well, I do hunt trophies.
Oh, your trophy
I would
hunter.
like to
Okay.
know in a particular game, like say you're doing collectibles and this and that, you're able to track what you need, as far as the
Yes.
amount.
Yes.
Yes, that's something that's on the Xbox side, and it works great for them. They can track everything in every game. So I think Sony need to implement that in the PS5. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Because PlayStation, not PlayStation, Xbox has that with achievement
Hmm.
tracking, and I'm like,
And it
yo,
works. Yeah, it
this
tracks everything
one thing
for
about
that particular
Xbox.
game.
One thing about Xbox I really do like. They have like that achievement leaderboard to show like who on your friends list is having getting the most achievements for the week. I like
Hmm.
that type of stuff because it like when you first log into your console and you see that type of stuff, yo, that makes you want
Hmm.
like, yo, wait, this dude got a couple more achievements than me. Man, let me help it get this platinum real quick. Like that encourages you to wanna like, like because I'm a really competitive person. So like seeing shit like
Right.
that will like definitely push me like, yo, I gotta get this platinum. I gotta do this. I gotta get these. Like I like that type of stuff. And then again, the achievement, the trophy tracking, that's long, long, long
Overdue.
overdue. Very
Yep.
long overdue. So if they don't have that next gen, I will be that will disappoint me like quite a bit. I'd be very disappointed. Um,
You should be able to use a still external hard drive. And I don't
oh
know
yeah,
if the external hard drive you might be using for your PS4 would work in conjunction with your 5,
yeah,
or you have to get a whole new external hard drive. I got a 4 terabyte for mine,
yeah. I've got
my Pro.
am I 4 or 5? I think it's 5 terabytes. Um, yeah, I mean for next gen because they go into a solid state. I think what I'm gonna do is buy like a 2 or 3 terabyte solid state external and kind of
Mm,
just plug that in.
yeah.
Like, yeah, I'm pulling out the bells and whistles next gen, man. I'm trying to go in there. I'm trying to go in there proper because I don't want to have this solid state fast ass drive in my PS5, but I got this
Uh-huh.
slow ass disc based, spinning disc ass, hard drive external, slow as hell with upload. Like, nah, man, hold up. we got to upgrade. When you upgrade, you got to update everything, man.
Yeah,
Everything got to
yeah.
look proper. So.
Yeah,
Uh,
you can be like, this console ugly. I got plenty of storage. You
Facts. That's a
know.
fact. That's a fact. I definitely, for me, like, I definitely want to see, because they did say that they're updating the UI, and that the UI is definitely going to be uh, a more appeasing to the eye, and it's going to have more things in it, like in terms of like showing what your friends are doing, and if your friend is on this mission, like if you can join, or if you could. I like those types of things. I definitely want to see them kind of make the UI for PS5. I want it to pop more, and kind of what I
Yeah.
mean by that is like right now the UI is good. It's clean. It's it's super simple. Like it doesn't really go too crazy, but I really want them to kind of pull out the stops and go crazy. Like, like I want not too crazy where you got these like like Xbox UI. Like no, that's no. But let it be where it pops a little. It's got a little spicy to it. A little tangy.
Hmm.
It kicks a little
Yeah.
bit. I definitely want that.
And keep the quick menu. I like the quick menu.
Yeah, oh yeah, the quick menu. Yeah. I like that.
Keep that.
One issue though, there is certain things that you can't do in the quick menu. Like for instance, in the party, like you can't like the options in the party. Like if you hover over somebody's name, then you click options to see more options. You can't do that
Right.
in the quick menu. I don't like that.
Oh.
Or like if you're searching through your friends list and um you wanna like send somebody a message, you gotta click
Hmm.
their name and then it takes you out of the game still to send like everything is it's centralized within the quick menu if you get what I mean. So like you can't send a message and do all this stuff in the quick menu while you still see the game. You still get pulled out of the game to send messages and to invites and all this. No, I want everything to be centralized to the quick menu where it's there. Like all I gotta do is
Hmm.
hold the PS button, the quick menu comes up, boop boop boop, do this, do that, boom, keep it moving.
And keep
Uh,
it compatible to most headsets,
I think that
including
yeah,
current.
yeah, because I think aren't they updating the Bluetooth frequency?
It might be because you got the platinum headset, and then there's the gold.
Yeah,
So there might be a platinum 2 headset coming. Who knows? I don't know.
yeah. I would imagine they would release like a PS5 like souped up PS5 proprietary headset, like like some souped up shit that's for the PS5.
Yeah,
Um,
3D audio and all. Dolby
yeah,
Atmos, maybe.
yeah. Definitely Dolby Atmos for sure. That definitely would be, man. That'd be that'd be some quality. Yo, the sound on that would be insane, very insane.
Oh,
Yo, Sarge, what's good, man?
is
Let's
he
see what
in?
they say. Yeah, no. He's in the chat. Uh, Speak the facts. The trophy tracking, I'm down with that, and free cloud storage will be a bonus. Uh, I think they already do. Like, if you don't have PS Plus, you still get cloud storage. You get
Just
10
get 10
gigs.
gigs. You
Yeah, 10
have it.
gigs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get free. Yo, listen, this ain't Nintendo, man. Yo, PlayStation, they do quote unquote anti-consumer things like that. You ain't got to worry about that. You definitely you get 10 gigs, but if you're a PS Plus member, you get 100 gigs. So, and maybe it makes sense to get that 60, send them up that 60 real quick, like, what's $60 a year really gonna do? You feel me? That's a game. But yeah, they do got free cloud storage.
And
If
it
it,
should and maintain Share Factory. That's a very useful tool.
oh yeah,
I still have to learn how to use that thing myself.
yeah,
But
yeah. Share Factory it's underrated because you
hmm
can create gifs in there. You can really like create some real high quality videos in there. I wouldn't mind seeing them expand that a lot more. Like
right,
not necessarily make it just like Vegas because you still want people to go out and buy Vegas, but kind of slowly add a little more things so that you can kind of give people more leeway to be even more creative with what they're doing because you can do some crazy stuff in there. You can really do some amazing creative stuff, which I haven't. I mean, I haven't used uh, Share Factory in a while, but it's quality. So I got a question. Oh,
hmm
need 60 frames per second on Share Factory. Yeah, 60 I mean, listen, that's definitely a feature. Hold on, let's before we even move on. 60 frames per second. I definitely and tell me if you agree, Cyber. 60 frames per second definitely needs to be the standard, not just for Share Factory, which I agree with
right.
what Sarge is saying, but just do you feel
Gen-
that 60 frames a second needs to be a standard for games moving into
yeah,
next gen?
there should be. You
Okay.
know, if you can't get 4K 60, but do 60 lower. You know,
Yeah,
if you
like
can't hit
60
4K
frames
60,
and like 1440. You know,
yeah, 1440, hit that.
I'm with it. I hope they had that option. Like, I hope the developers don't just, oh, well, we wanted to, give you guys 4K. So, native, guys, that's native 4K, 30 frames. Like, I mean, listen, it don't need to be that. You feel me? Like, if you, like, that can be an option where, you can either get 4K 30 or you can get 1440p 60 locked. I'm with it. I'm with it. Like, I don't want to say do one or the other. I just want to say give people the options is something that I really am big on. Give people the option to choose what they want to do, how they want to game. You feel me?
Yes.
All right. So
Because
now
some games already had it in there, like Uncharted, Horizon. You can choose graphics or better
resolution.
frame rate.
Yeah. Right. Yep.
So that should be kind of standard going forward for all games for the PS5. Standard frame rates, or you can go with better graphics, resolution. All
Yeah.
depends on the gamer.
Yeah. Now I want to pick your brain on something now, Cyber. Hold on. I'm trying to find the post, man. I retweeted this. Um, I think it was like 2 or 3 days ago. I seen this on IGN,
Hmm.
and I was first off. So let me ask you a question. Do you have a lot of PS4 games? Like a lot? And when I say a lot, I'm saying like over 100.
I got over 400,
Let's go. That's just I'm at
and
like
I got
500
over
myself. So yeah, the
70
the backlog is
PS3
real.
games. Yeah, I got
All
over
right.
70 PS games.
Okay. So then you got a lot of games. So I'm assuming that backwards compatibility is a big thing for you when it goes into next gen. You want to be able to play your PS4 games.
Yeah, just the PS4 only.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Oh,
Uh, would you say would you say that's the most important thing to you when it comes to moving
no,
into next gen? And be
nope,
honest, be honest. And for
not.
anybody that's
Yeah,
watching the podcast, be honest as well. Moving into next gen, would you say that backwards compatibility or being able to play your PS4 games is the most important thing to you? So it's not, is what you're saying, Cyber.
on a scale of 1 to 10, backwards compatibility for me is a 2.
Is a two. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if they
So
don't do it, they don't do it.
yeah.
That's why you keep your previous systems. If you haven't done with the games on those systems, keep your previous system. I mean, don't pull a 360. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I will say this. When it comes to PS4, I definitely feel like PlayStation definitely need like moving into PS5 and definitely to entice people to kind of jump ship a little more quicker. I definitely
Hmm.
do feel that PS4 backwards compatibility does need to be there because there's a lot of games, a lot, and there's a lot of people like myself being able to play being able to play those games there. I definitely think it should be there. Like that for PS4, yes, I do. Now,
No, go ahead.
IGN did a poll,
Hmm.
and I was a little surprised when I first looked at it because like I voted in this poll, and I think I put faster load times I think was my choice or whatever. But anyway, they did a poll and it says what PS5 feature are IGN readers most excited for? Now listen. Does the PS5 need to play PS4 games? Yes, I do think so. Is
I
that
think so.
is that my sole purpose for going out and buying a PS5? Absolutely not.
Nope.
Absolutely not,
Not.
ladies and gentlemen. That will never I've said this gen when it comes to me especially if the PS5 is $500, $600, however
Hmm.
many $100. I'm not going out and I'm not buying a PS5 to play old games. Does PS4 need to be there? Yes. If it's not there, am I not buying the console? No. I'm still buying the console. Like the console's still getting bought
Same here.
because when it comes to when I'm buying the PS5 for, I'm buying it for new experiences, new next-gen experiences, new games,
Mm-hmm.
new technology, new ways to play games, things like that's what I'm buying it for. So, but IGN, they did a poll, and backwards compatibility, 42%. Faster load times, 23%. None, 12%. Built-in ray tracing, 11%. 4K Blu-ray.
Oh
Dragon.
no.
Cyber. 4K
Yes,
Blu-ray, 6%. Adaptive triggers.
that should be
Adaptive,
lower.
adaptive, but Cyber, adaptive triggers. Something that enhances your immersion and your experiences in games.
That should be higher.
6%.
I mean,
Yo,
I don't.
give me your thoughts, Cyber. First, give me your
Well,
thoughts on the
I quit
poll. Give me your
buying
thoughts on
Blu-ray
backwards
movies years
compatibility. All
ago.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I quit buying Blu-ray movies years ago. I don't own any 4K movies, so I don't even care about 4K movies.
Mm-hmm.
BC, back to PS4, yeah. Now, the question is, how they going to do it? Will it be insert disc and play, or download your digital and play, or will it be half and half? You might insert your disc and play most of your games, and the rest might be download emulation, like what Xbox is doing right now with their 360 backwards compatible.
Mm-hmm.
So we haven't heard which way they're going, or they might do a combination of that. Either way, that still works for me. And if it doesn't happen, it still works for me. I'm still getting the PS5.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a huge library. Yes, it would be nice to take all of it over there to the new system. You know, it'd be smiling there, happy, like, oh, you got food for me. Good, thank you. You know.
Yeah.
But I mean, what have we heard so far? I noticed some patents been put in place for certain entities of the backwards compatibility,
Mm-hmm.
but no full indication of how it's going to be implemented yet.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's coming.
I definitely feel like the digital, like I feel like if you bought, I feel like the digital market will probably reap the benefits of backwards compatibility first,
Yeah.
because
Mm-hmm.
all you have to do is just download and go.
Yes.
Even though they are going to still be using Blu-ray discs, I can see them like, oh, you know, just popping a disc and go. I definitely do think digital buyers will reap these benefits first. I definitely
And I
do.
hear they're using 100 gigabyte discs for
Yeah,
for games.
yeah.
That holds a lot of stuff. I think 6 times bigger than a Blu-ray.
Your Blu-ray
Supposedly.
is twice because a Blu-ray is 50 gigs, I think. So it's twice as
Oh, so
big.
twice as big.
Yeah,
Okay, twice as big.
it's 50 gigs. That is the maximum for Blu-ray. So, I mean, you know, I definitely do see digital buyers. I do see digital buyers reaping the benefits of that first. But again, that's just PS4. Do you want PS3, PS2, PS1 backwards compatibility?
Oh, they can stay where they at, man. I played them, you know, and that's why I still have my PS3, you know, and I still got a PS2 and I still got a PS1. I don't have any PS1 or PS2 games, but I still got all my PS3 games I need to run through. And once I run through all those PS3 games, I give them the system and my physical copies to a good friend of mine. I just handed over the entire system
Yeah,
and all those games.
yeah.
And it's about 20 games he's getting from me, you know, and then that's it. I'm never going back to PS3 again.
Yeah.
Ever.
Because I've got 4 PS4 Pros. I've got the PS4s. I have the God of War, the Spider-Man limited edition, the 500 million limited edition. Then I've got the Uncharted 4. So
Okay.
I'm
How many of those are still in the box?
all of them except for the God of War. They all have
Oh,
never been opened. Yeah, they're collect. I
How
bought
about
them specifically to collect. They're collector's items.
Oh,
For me.
yeah. I was like, if you got any of those open, 2 or 3, well, you got cousins and relatives, man. Like a good Christmas.
Yeah. Oh, nah, they ain't get. Oh, listen, my family ain't getting these consoles. The hell with that. Yo, these are collector's items, man. Especially the Spider-Man and the 500 million. Maybe the Uncharted one, because that's the original PS4
Right.
model. But hell no. Hell no. But but when I buy the PS5, I'm not selling my PS4. Like it's still gonna be there. Now, obviously, everyone is not like me, so I'm not. But I'm only gonna speak from my experience and give my thoughts on the situation. In terms
Yeah,
of
mm-hmm.
in terms of backwards compatibility for PS4, I do think that that's something that should be there, just to kind of
Yes.
entice more people to move over. But in terms
Uh,
of PS3, PS2, PS1, I don't care. Like I keep saying
yeah.
this, like as iconic as a lot of those games are to me, I'm not buying a PS5 to play those games.
I mean, I
I'm
can't go back to PS1 games at all, man.
I'm not buying
So
it for that.
remasters, I don't mind remasters or
Oh,
remakes.
remakes. Yeah. I
Yeah,
welcome that. If you're going to
yeah.
remake, the Warriors or remake some of these old classics, I welcome that entirely because that's you redoing the game for modern times. Perfect. Just like Crash
Mm-hmm.
Bandicoot, Resident Evil. I
Mm-hmm.
welcome that
Shadow
entirely.
Colossus.
Yeah, Shadow
Yeah.
Colossus. Like, I welcome that. But in terms of backwards compatibility being what pushes me to buy a PS5, no, never in a million years. No.
Cool, cool.
Yo, Bari in the building. Yo, Bari, what's up? Chris Cobra, Stardust, what is going on, guys? How y'all doing? Appreciate y'all for stopping by. Sarge said backwards compatibility for me is like a 1.5 at most. Would be cool, sure, but for me, ain't nowhere near top 10 for me. Yo, Sarge, that is a fact. That's not no top 10. What are you talking about? Like, yo,
What's
anybody
up
in here
there, Jay
watching,
Barry?
for anybody in here watching, like, what is back at, like, how high on the list is backwards compatibility for you for next gen? And listen, don't give me no gaming politician answer. Oh, well, it's good for the community, guy. No.
You were still 1 to 10. You
For
know,
you,
Cyber Dragon is a 2.
it's like a it's like a 5. It's like a 4 or 5, Because again, I got a lot of PS4 games. So PS4, yes. Anything before PS4, I don't care. This is 0. It's not even a 1. It's a 0.
Yeah.
I don't
Negative
care.
5.
Because you gotta, Cyber, because you gotta ask yourself this question. And people that say they care about this stuff so much in terms of PS3, PS2, whatever, I want them to sit back and really ask themselves, how many of these games do you currently play? How many of these games do you currently own? If you don't own any of these games, how does backwards compatibility benefit you when it comes to PS3, PS2, PS1? Because, I mean, my PS1 and my PS2 is probably sitting in my grandmother's closet, dusty as hell, far in the back. Like, it's all that shit's at my grandmother's. My Super Nintendo, my 64.
Uh-huh.
I don't have none of that here in my house. All that's at my grandmother's house. And I'm not going
Mm.
to get it. Like, it's going to sit there because I don't care to play that shit. Like, I don't care to play that.
No, I have no interest.
Even
But
PS3.
I see
Like,
the PS1 power cord, so I took the one off my PS1 and gave it to him because I'm not playing that console.
that's what I'm saying. I'm not here
Yeah.
for that. Chris Colbert said backwards compatibility would be low tier for me. Uh,
There you go, Chris. You know what it
Final
is.
Dragon. I only care of backwards compatibility for Final Fantasy VII Remake when I replay that thing on PS5. Yo, boy, but that's what I'm saying though. PS4, I feel it needs to is a definite. It's a definite. Yes. Anything before that, listen. Anybody that's crying about PS3, PS2, PS1, you're lying to yourself. You don't really care. You're not gonna play those games because you're not playing them now. How many of you are playing these games now? Let's be real here. When the last time you turned on a PS2? A PS3.
Well, mine, I turned it on the other day working on stuff. But
Fair enough. Last time
yeah,
last time I turned on PS3? 2013.
2 years ago. 2 years
2013.
ago?
2013.
2013. Wow. See, I didn't get my Pro until 2017 November.
Oh,
So I've still been
damn.
on PS3
Oh,
since
damn.
yeah.
Okay.
And I waited, because everybody else was flying to the PS4 and then it didn't work on their library of PS3 games. So I've been working on that library. Then I got the Pro. But I had already purchased Horizon Zero Dawn when it debuted. I pre-ordered it. I had the game before I had the console.
Damn, you was...
That's how much I wanted to play that game.
Oh, you was
So,
dedicated. You was
yeah.
dedicated. Yo, okay, so now I got another question because Player Games United said he turned on his PS3 yesterday. Okay, so that means you still got your PS3. So why you need backwards compatibility on PS5? Look, man. Y'all walk into these things, man. What's the purpose? You just turned your shit on yesterday to play it. Listen, man, I don't know. Backwards compatibility ain't low on the list. I mean, IGN's readers, and I'm not gonna say that they're wrong for what they
Now, and
important,
this
what they find
business thing,
important.
did they make sure they're talking to PlayStation people, or did a few Nintendo and Xbox guys sneak into that poll? I'm just
Nah,
wondering.
yeah, yo, that's crazy. I mean, I think it's an open poll for everybody. And
Yeah, see,
I think I think it's geared
you're right,
towards
Barry.
anybody that's, I think it's geared towards anybody that, yo, Barry, wow, man. I think it's geared towards anybody that is interested in buying the PS5. But that's actually, it's, some people may look at that question as like a fanboy question. That's actually a good question to ask, because a lot of Nintendo and Xbox gamers, they praise these backwards compatibility features and all these different things that Xbox is doing for backwards compatibility and all these. So if it is that, then I can see them, being a majority. Being a
Yeah,
majority. But my whole thing is like, because when I look at the poll, to see adaptive triggers so low,
that low. Yeah.
things like that throw me off, because when it comes to like me buying games and like console and stuff like that, it's for new experiences. It's always for new things and whatever's going to better gaming. Like, I'm big into that, like things that's going to enhance my gaming experience. And I feel like adaptive triggers would do that. Like I would vote for that before anything else on this
Mm-hmm.
list, outside of faster load times, which is pretty
Yes.
high and rightfully so. Uh, but 4K Blu-ray, like,
I kind of
moving on.
wish they didn't put it in there, but it's
I'm
in
glad
there.
I'm glad they did, because it lets you know what people really care about when it comes to video games, man. 4K Blu-ray players.
I'm not buying none of those movies.
Yo, listen, I buy all my 4K movies on Vudu. I stream them, perfect quality, through my TV. They super
There you go.
nice. I don't buy physical media anymore. Like, all my games are digital, all my movies are digital. I,
I gotta have physical on certain games, man.
well, nah, I still buy like if it's a game that I really really want, I'll buy the collector's, like I double dip. So I'll buy the digital so I can play it at midnight, but then I'll buy the collector's edition as well. Like for shit, Last of Us, I bought the Last of Us 2. I got the digital deluxe and the LE edition and the regular. It's, those are
There
the
you
type of
go.
games I would buy physical for,
Mm-hmm.
but not everything, because it's like, why not? But all right. So moving on, because we don't want to go backwards, because this ain't no backwards compatibility podcast. uh,
Compatibility.
in terms of so it's been in the news a lot lately. Quite a few execs, not even just execs, but people leaving. So we know that Sean Layden, which really threw me this was way out of left field. So we know Sean Layden left Sony. We know the Japanese exec for Sony, I can't pronounce his name. He left. Mike Ybarra from Xbox left. And then is it the lead game producer? Hold on, I want to get my information right, because you know how people are. Persona,
Is
you're
it
spreading misinformation. I don't never
about the
spread
female
information.
Ghostwire?
No, the guy from
Oh, okay.
343 that just
Oh, okay.
left for Halo
Oh,
Infinite.
yeah. Tim or Tom?
Halo Infinite FINI dev leaves. Oh, here we go. Okay.
I think it was a Tim and a Tom. One left in August and one recently left.
Okay, so the Halo Infinite creative director leaves the company. His name was Tim Tim
Yeah,
Longo.
yeah.
Tim Longo, creative director for the upcoming Halo Infinite, left the developer 343 Industries last week.
He
And
must know
then,
something.
yo, yo, shit. And then Japanese Sony exec, C U T I leaves. I want to make sure I got my information right. Not Kaz Harai. Uh,
Uh,
I can't find the other one that left. Damn. All right. So the Japanese exec, I'll find his name while we're talking, and because I can't find his
mm-hmm.
name right now. But anyway, Mikey Barr, Sean Lading, Tim Longo, and the Japanese exec for Sony. Like all these people are leaving, right? First off, when you see that big execs, and we'll start with Sony. So when you see someone like Sean Lading, which really is like the face of he's been going to all these E3s. You constantly see him.
On
PlayStation
stage.
is in such a great place. So to see someone like that leave, does that worry you in any way? And be honest.
Well, I'm not worried. I just I've been watching a few podcasts this week, and apparently he's still active on Twitter. Still has the title on his name, but I guess we'll either find out later. There's rumor of I guess power struggle maybe happening there, but that's all that. That's just rumor. But I mean, I remember when they pulled him in there years ago, and he did his job, man. And for him to leave like this without really,
He ain't really telling nobody.
Huh?
I'd say he ain't really telling nobody either, like why he left and like it's kind
Something's
of
on the down. It might be, an NDA. That might be a part of it as well. He can't say anything yet.
That's
'cause
actually
I've
a
been
good
at jobs
point.
where a person is released or two, and they can't talk to any other staff member for 3 to 4 months, for example, about what happened. So it might be that might be the case for him.
That's actually that's a really good point actually. Wow. I didn't even
Yeah.
think of it like that in terms of NDAs. Like you can't really talk about why you left. That's why it's so hush and why it's so just so abrupt like that.
Yeah,
That's
that exists in corporate world because I experienced that.
yeah,
Seeing that somebody I liked and they were released. Two
yeah.
people were released, and then they cannot just talk to other people on staff for 3 months.
Okay.
And then, but then they talked to me. 'Cause I was great friends with them, so I found out why. It just changing up the guard, new direction, things like that will cause that to happen. And
Yeah.
these two didn't probably fill the requirement, fulfill what they want to going forward, so they will let go.
Okay.
Okay.
So you're not worried about play. You ain't worried about PS5 or worried about Sony
Oh
either,
no,
right?
no worries there.
Okay. And what about like the dude from Halo leaving and Mikey
Nah,
Barr leaving? Like
Mikey Barr,
I'm
he got
surprised
offered
Mikey
something to
Barr
go somewhere.
Mikey Barr right. He wrote hard from Xbox. I'm thrown off a
Yes,
little
he
bit by that.
did.
I'm like what?
I think he got offered some more money elsewhere. That's what I'm thinking. That's just a guess on that. But why would he leave the green machine? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
making all that green Kool-Aid all these years. Now he might switch to Nintendo and go for strawberry.
I think the only one that I kind of look at where I'm kind of like, we might need to look at this a little bit
Three,
is
four, three.
343. Because typically when leadership like that leaves, like if it's like just some regular assembly line dev leaving, it's like all right, whatever. But people that are like in the lead roles of stuff like that, that kind of are the driving force of like the creative aspects and all these different things. Like, cause look at Anthem and what happened. Like Anthem, they were having like so many people were leaving and people were merging into this type of group and the leadership wasn't there for this and this and that, and that game came out a mess. So
Yeah.
typically you kind because even like because I know people are gonna you only saying that because it's Xbox. Listen, I'm gonna give you a comparison of when I was worried when Amy Hennig left Naughty Dog. I was worried for Uncharted, yo. I was like, yo, Amy Hennig is like the life bane of Uncharted. And when they said that the
Yeah,
Last of
but
Us team was gonna be taking over that, I'm like,
then you have to look at this part. 20 million Uncharted 4 copies later.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You're right about that. So I guess it depends on the company, because
Yes.
clearly Anthem and BioWare, when leadership left and all these different things were happening. I mean, it was a lot. It's a lot more factors than what I'm saying, obviously. But you know, the stuff that was going on there, the game suffered. I just don't want whatever's going on at 343. I don't want the game to suffer. Because, you know, when you got devs that can't agree or leadership that can't agree and there's no proper, you know, everyone's not moving towards the same goal, the game suffers. You
Right.
know, luckily, Naughty Dog, you know, even though Amy Hennig left, Neil Druckmann and those guys, they took over. They took the reins. Really good
Stepped up to the
leadership.
plate.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
assumed the roles. Really good leadership. Really good communication. They really, you know, reeled everybody in and was like, look, we're still good. This is the vision. This is what we're going to do. Blah, blah, blah. I only hope that 343 has that same type of leadership structure and that same type of strength to be able to say, look, this person's leaving, whatever, whatever, we're still good. In terms of Sony and them, or even in terms of Sony and like Xbox and those execs leaving, it's a big company and there's a lot of moving parts and a lot of different
Yes.
things. So when execs leave like that, there's really nothing, even with Xbox, there's really nothing to worry about because
No.
it's the company is so vast and it's so many checks and balances and things like that that there's contingency plans set in place for when things like this potentially do happen. And, you know,
Yes.
even though Sean Lanning was a big portion of PlayStation and, you know, motherfuckers, I was worried when Jack Tretton left. I'm like, yo,
Yeah.
Jack Tretton left. What is going on here? It like, you know,
I
that's when I was worried.
Sean got a big severance check. I know that for a
Oh yeah, you
fact.
know he got a severance check for that. But when Sean Lanning when he first assumed the role, I was worried. I was worried about my boy Shark. I was like, yo, can this dude Sean really fit the shoes of Jack Trenton? Like, is he really going to do what he do? And then, yo, my boy Sean, he came out on that first E3. He did his thing, showed the games. And then remember that was it 2016 E3 or 2017? I forget which E3 it was when they had the orchestra. They had the God of War
Yeah.
playing.
The God of War.
Yo, my boy Sean Lane is about elegance and class. You feel me? So like, you know,
Yeah.
when he pulled it out like that, I'm like, all right. Yo, and then when I met him at at the couple of PSXs that I did go to, I'm like, yo,
Right.
my boy Sean got it. You feel me? My boy Sean, he gonna push the company in a good direction. You feel? We good, guys. We ain't got to worry. My boy
And the
Sean
God of
good.
War, yeah, at the end, remember he said, I got one more game. I got one more for you. And he showed Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Remember
Yo,
that?
listen.
Yeah.
Listen, PlayStation is about elegance, man. Listen, Dragon, PlayStation is elegance. Yo, ladies and gentlemen, go back and watch that 2016 E3. 2016
It's worth a
PlayStation
watch.
E3. That
Yeah.
elegance. Elegance. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show y'all because y'all ain't hearing me right now, man. Y'all not hearing me, man. I'm about to show y'all the elegance real quick. PlayStation E3 it was 2016, right? Yeah, it was 2016 because they showed all those crazy games. Here we go. Here we go. I got y'all. Elegance. Elegance, guys. I remember they did the pre-show. Here we go. Hold up. Here we go. Yo, guys. Nah, we don't want to see you talking. Move. Keep it moving. Come on. Come on. Hold on, guys. This E3 2016, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Come on. Speed it up. There we go. Listen. Hold up, man. Hold up. I'm about to put the sound on, okay? Because y'all need to understand something here, all right? My boy Sean Layton. Elegance, man. Look at Leo. Hold up, man. Hold up. Pause. Do y'all see that? Do y'all see the setup? E3 2016. Do you see the setup? Do you see the setup, ladies and gentlemen? Elegance. My boy Sean Layton brought elegance to E3. He brought class. You feel me? My boy said, oh no, we ain't gonna do it like everybody else. We're gonna step it up. You feel me? Because we need people to understand that gaming is about class. It's about elegance. It's about quality.
Yes.
Yo, do you see what my boy done brought to E3, blah? Ain't nobody else doing it like this. Elegance. Look at the orchestra in the front. Ready. Elegance. elegance. That's what they brought to the table. You understand me? Got
I
the orchestra
understand.
playing.
I understood. There are those who still in mystery about it because they just don't get it. It's all about the games.
And then look, my boy Bear McCreary, respect the God come through. You feel me? He about to play some God of War music while the gameplay in the background, orchestra, quality. Look, got the security in the front, ready. Elegance. Yo, let me stop for people get mad. Elegance. Hold on. Yo, look at the lights.
So you might not know, but so I never owned an Xbox product ever.
Ah, man.
So
OG Xbox is still like the best in my opinion.
the only time I have played on the Xbox, because Microsoft had paid to keep Ace Combat 6 off the PS3. So I borrowed a 360 from church.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Hollywood Video, rented Ace Combat
Hollywood
6.
Video. You old school, bruh. Oh, that's old.
Yeah, I went
school.
there and I rented Ace Combat 6 and played it that weekend and took back the game and took back the console. That's the only time I played on the Xbox console ever in my life. So.
Yo, can we talk? Yo, ladies and gentlemen, you see what I'm talking about, man? Elegance. Class. That's what my boy Sean Lane brought to the table. So I'm always going to appreciate Sean Lane and what he do. Shout out to Sean Lane, man. Shout out to my boy.
Shout out to Sean Lane.
Shout out to my boy, man. That's my boy, man. Right? Then my boy come out on stage. Where he at? Oh, there you go. Hold up. Then my boy come out. Look, came out on stage. Let him finish off. There you go. There go my boy. There go my boy.
And that,
Good evening.
and that female on the side.
Good evening, everyone.
She kept doing that noise with her mouth.
What a way to start the show, huh?
Pause.
Live demo of God of War.
That's my boy Sean Lane, boy.
Right now, also a special thank
Look
you
at
and
that.
a shout out to our very talented composer of the soundtrack to God of War, Mr. Bear McCreary.
Look at my boy. He's classy,
Notice
elegant.
he has on a dress. He has a dress shirt on and a suit jacket.
Listen, man. PlayStation.
No t-shirt. You see a t-shirt up there?
Yo, yo, chill, Simon. Yo, listen, ladies and gentlemen. PlayStation brought class and elegance to E3, courtesy of Sean Layden. You understand? So show that man some respect. You feel me? That's what he brought. Class, elegance. I'm gonna keep saying that. Anyway, yeah, I it sucks, but these companies, Microsoft and Sony, they're so big that they have contingency plans for when people like this do leave. So, it sucks that he left. Jim Ryan, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. Jim Ryan worries the hell out of me with the shit he be saying, man. This man has said like some of the craziest shit in interviews, and I'm just like, bro, what's wrong with you, man? Like, calm down. Like, you gotta relax, man. I'm worried about Jim Ryan having the reins, but then again, Jim Ryan has done some stuff. Like Jim Ryan definitely is about his business.
Okay.
So let's see how things go in the next year or two. Let's see how Jim Ryan handles the launch of the PS5. Then if he shows up at PSX 2020 or 2021, wherever, if he don't show up at PX 2020, 2021, he ain't no real CEO. He ain't no real chairman. Jim Ryan ain't about elegance and class. I got to see you at a PSX, bruh. Before we could give you that title. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. Anything else you want to say or talk about, Cyber?
Well, we're done with all the shows for the rest of the year, right? Isn't there another one?
Normally PSX would be in December, but there is no PSX this year. And yeah, so we're done for this year in terms of shows. There's nothing else. So, which sucks. I mean, I wish it was a PSX this year. But yo, support gaming. What's good, bro? I just seen you in here. What's good, man? Sony spent more money on the orchestra than Microsoft did with their 3 iPhones.
Hey,
yo,
man,
support, chill.
Now, me myself, I don't use PS now. I don't have a need to use it,
Mm-hmm.
but it does serve its purpose. No, there are a lot of people who never had a PS3 or PS2. So, they finally got the PS4 so they can actually play some PS3 and PS2 games.
Mm-hmm.
The PS Now.
No, PS
gamers
Now.
like,
I think PS Now you can only play PS3 and PS4. I think.
oh, there's two on there. PS2 as well. You can download 2 and 4 to your
Oh, it's
system.
stream. Yeah, you're right. You streaming? Okay, okay. Yeah,
You're streaming PS3,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
but there are those who never played either of those consoles. So, they can have access to that.
Yeah. Bari
As long
said.
as Sony don't do the day and date with their games,
Yeah.
everything will be smooth. As
Bari
soon as
said
they
Paris
do,
Games Week as well is the last show for this year.
and then I guess Gears 5 at the 7th position. Did y'all discuss that already in another
Gears 5.
podcast, maybe?
Nah, I mean, I started Gears 5 and then like Destiny just pulled me back in, so I never finished Gears 5. I gotta finish it. I have it, but I gotta finish it.
But because it's so fast for $1, could you consider Gears 5 to be a one and done game? I'm gonna stop, man. I'm gonna stop.
I mean, cause Gears 5 is like that. That is like my not Gears 5, but Gears is my favorite franchise on Xbox. It is, but is it a one and done?
Pay $1, play it, you're done. Cancel the script.
That was my plan. I mean, I was gonna play through the story and I had bought the I got the ultimate for what was it?
Barnes said Paris Games Week. Did that happen already? Or didn't happen
that
yet?
happens this month. I think at the last week of October, I think, or something like that.
Okay. I'm good, sir. I am good on everything.
Yeah.
She got topics.
In terms of PS Now, I'm definitely glad they brought down the price to that
Yes.
$59.99 for the year. That's definitely dope.
And that was
a lot of people are gonna be.
balance things out with Stadium's price.
Yeah, listen,
Probably
Stadia.
Xbox,
Let me explain something to you, man. Stadia about to be trash out the gates. Okay.
yeah.
That is gonna be a mess.
And the idea of paying $60 to stream a game and pay $10 a month after you get the game, and you can only stream it to play it. You can't play it, off site.
Well,
I don't see a lot.
If you the option to download, that would defeat the purpose of you being able to play it anywhere. Because,
Right.
like, not every system that you play on may be able to run it at the optimal settings.
Uh-huh.
Listen, Stadia.
Well,
it looked trash off rip. Stadia looked garbage off rip to me. So, and I don't want my future of gaming to be streaming. So
Nope.
I don't really support. Like, I can't really. Like, I tried PS Now, I tried Game Pass, all these other things, but I'm still all about supporting the developer, man.
Yes.
You feel me? Like, I don't mind giving the developer my 60.
Uh-huh.
Because I want to support the developer. I
Got
want to own the game.
Support certain developers and even indie developers. I'm in contact with a couple of them through Twitter
Mm-hmm.
for various indie titles.
Yeah.
That I've played.
Yeah.
It's all fun, man. Gaming is fun. Gaming is a selfish hobby. I heard you say it. I heard others mention it, and it's true.
Selfish because your experience is more important. Like, for you, your experience is more important than my experience, and vice versa. Like, when it comes to what you enjoy, you can't align your enjoyment with somebody else's, because somebody else's enjoyment might be on a lower level than you. You feel me? Like, my
Right.
enjoyment and my experiences matter more than anybody else's, and I think anybody that's watching this podcast need to look at gaming in that manner as well. Like, I hate people that. I hate when people say, like, oh, I'm speaking for the gamer. Motherfucker, you ain't speaking for me. You don't speak for me. You ain't no Martin Luther King of gaming. Sit your ass down, man. Listen, man. I just hate gaming. Like, gaming politicians irk me because they always they speak like politicians, man. Politicians. They always trying to pander and pander to everybody instead of being firm in one belief. They try to be for everything, like, oh, I love everybody. No, you don't, because I don't love everybody. Like, come on, man, get out of here with all that. I don't love every game. I don't, like, crap like that. This is why I don't debate on Twitter anymore. Anyway, I think that's the show, Dragon. Yeah.
Buddy.
Definitely glad to have Dragon here, man. Again, Dragon, shouts out your channels and stuff like that, man. Let me.
Well, it's Cyber Dragon. I'm about to sign off here. I do have a YouTube channel. You probably can hit it from my name in the chat.
Yeah, I'm trying to do it now.
I've been gaming for years. My first system was the Mattel and Television 2 system. I'm an old gamer. I'm over 50.
Oh, word? That's what's, yo, listen, that's goals right there, bro. That is goals right there, man. Can't nobody tell you nothing. Like, yo, when you started gaming, you a young, man, I've been gaming since Atari. What you talking about, bro? I've been playing Pong, man. Get up out of here, man. That's what's up, bro.
Mattel electronic football games and the basketball game. Way back then. Those are the first handhelds. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's what's up, man. 50. I respect it, man.
But I currently streaming on Days Gone. On my channel, you find various games I've streamed. My Bloodborne plays, Horizon Zero Dawn, various indie titles. And I do this for fun, you know. I don't have Sick came through, Titanfall came through, Nesta Gamer came through, JKS Geico, Stardust Sarah came through, D Floyd came through, Lincoln Clay came through. Several people came through, you know.
Yeah.
I truly appreciate that. And
that's what's up, man.
Thank you for the invite, Persona.
Of course, man. Glad to have you on.
I mean, all this time I be in everybody's chats. I was told in the chat, I am the most known unknown YouTuber.
You be everywhere, bro. Like every time I go into somebody's podcast and I'm looking at yo, is that Cyber Dragon? Like, what's up, bro? Like, yo, you be everywhere, bro. So that is definitely true. Cause I see you everywhere.
For all of y'all, I love all y'all, man. I support all of y'all,
man.
Yeah,
man. Real talk, man. Cyber Dragon is one of the day ones, and I support Cyber Dragon, man. I definitely appreciate the support he gives, not just myself, but like I said, Bari, Titanfall, Sick, the Council podcast from back in the day, man. It's
Michi and Sarge and Ken Masters.
Yeah, man. Those are the good days, man. I miss those days with the Council podcast, man. I miss those days.
I remember Bari, man. He'd be like, "What's on that? Keep it so and why?"
Keep it so and why, like the boys that make PlayStation, cause you already know. Yo, man, listen, guys. I will be to toot my own horn, but the Council podcast was definitely one of the best podcasts on YouTube for quite a while. We were Thursday nights were the shit.
Yep.
Okay, we started 8, we ain't ended till like 12.
Yep. And when I found y'all, I went back and watched all your old stuff. Other episodes, man. I went from your first one until I got up to present day. It took me a while though, but I did it.
It's man, the Council podcast. We've had some real good times on there, man. Really good, man. So yeah, definitely appreciate you for being on, Cyber. Appreciate everybody for coming through, man. I just want to play NFL 2K5 on my PS5 with better resolution and frame rates. You ask for a lot, bro. Yo, you ask for a lot with that. I don't know if they gonna do that, bro. Not no better frame rates. You might get that choppy, blocky ass. What you gonna get?
Shout out to the chat and to the mods, man.
Yeah,
thank y'all for coming through.
Definitely, man. Andre, Titanfall, the Sarge, Support Gaming, Bari, Chris Cobra, Envy, Enzo, who else? Player Games United.
Player Game, he come through. He comes through at times when I'm streaming. Yeah, he comes through.
Stardust, Acero. Who else came through? Appreciate all y'all, man, for coming through, man. Definitely appreciate everyone that supports the channel, man. Make sure you guys go check out Cyber Dragon's channel, man. The link is in the description. It will be in the description, but the link is in the chat right now. Definitely go support him, please. And yeah, man, we about to get up out of here, man. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. I'll see you guys next time. And like always, I'm not going to say keep it gaming because people that say keeping gaming don't play games, and I don't want to be associated with that. So I'm not going to say keep it gaming. I'm going to say, yo, look, stay true to who you are.
Yes.
Stay true to who you are, people, okay? You don't need to be a follower. You don't need to act a certain way to be accepted by anybody. Stay true to who you are. If you love PlayStation, love that damn thing. If you love Xbox, go seek help. If you like Nintendo, love that thing. Like, yo, it doesn't matter, guys. Go and just be who you are, man. Be true to who you are. All right? And if you a gamer, then flaunt that shit. And we out. Peace.